Hi, this is Just Saying. And yes, this is a people's blog. I enjoyed the Million Man March yesterday. As you can see on my timeline, I was fussing before I actually found the location of where it was being viewed. And once I found it, I watched the whole thing. I mean, I didn't get up. I enjoyed Minister Farrakhan. And I saw Snoop Dogg, all of this on camera because I was unable to be there. So I really feel bad about it. I really do, because I would love to be there. Obama wasn't there. Yes, we didn't need him there. I don't think he fit, really, because he's not talking the same language, or he hasn't learned the language yet. I don't know what it is. He's learned. He's an intelligent man. He did everything that he did because he wanted to do it. You know, Congress didn't stop him, especially for black people I'm talking about. Everything else that he did because he wanted to do, and the things that he didn't, and who knows what his viewpoints are on poor black people. You know, Ferguson he really didn't like. You know, we can hear that in his speech, in his voice. So he didn't belong there. And the purpose is the things that we needed to police brutality, to capitalize on that and focus on that, to me, is the most important. They said, who's killing you, or you killing who? And I said, well, to be honest with you, there's a whole lot more black people that have been killed by somebody else than black on black crime. And they need to go check that. I know someone has checked it and they have the numbers. But I don't have the numbers. But there's been a whole lot through time since they started killing us. How many have been killed? And what percentage of that is black on black crime? That's how you do that. And then it'll be reality to you that we need to focus on that. Black on black crime will, you're naturally forced to our communities to do something about it. But we really want people that have been doing wrong to be held accountable for it. And in the law, with the Constitution, with 15 people being slave owners, how are we going to balance that law out to any other new law? That means that we would have to get rid of that law, the Constitution. We need to get in that and gut it out and get it. If we don't, then nothing will ever change. As that president would say, it's the law. He let you know. Listen to him. It's about time. That's what I have. I'm putting it on top of the timeline today. Just listen. So there is no class anymore. There is no class with black people. People be worried that they're going to fall off and be poor, just like anybody else. What would they do? What would you do if your finances become something that you didn't expect, and your lifestyle has to change, and everything has to change? What would you do? Would you think finally? Would you seek your history? Would you really? All of that gives you power. I'm telling you, if you don't have the correct information and you don't have no love for yourself, that's dangerous. That's real dangerous. But I saw it and I really loved it. I loved everything Minister Farrakhan said. Although he didn't say enough, he should have, talked a little bit more about that president. I would have really loved that, But everybody knows that he kind of undermined it. But they think, well, maybe we want him to keep his job. Those kind of Negroes that I wish that we could just throw out of the picture, period, because they're not going to do anything for anybody, or for themselves, that matter. We just want him to keep his job.
We want him to keep his job. Leave him alone. That's what we.
That's so. I don't know where we got that from. It sounds a little bit like a religion mindset. It's a mindset that I don't know how we got like that. That's just that's amazing. But like they're changing history all the time. When you do research now, it's just all totally different and it's lies. From those that need to really get the true knowledge, talk to your elders. That's now unless they're still with you, that's the reason why they're like diamonds. They're like diamonds. I've always looked at older people as diamonds. And I used it too. I asked every little thing about it, everything. And I did that. So I'm so thankful that I learned it at my dinner table when I was with the Kellys. I had 2 sets of grandparents, Fishers and Kellys. And when we were over there, that's all we taught. It was a history. Because my grandfather was starting a department at the junior college that he worked for, MATC. And he started the African American History program, and he was upset about it because most of the people were not black that were coming to take the class. Once he got it started, it was mostly white people. So white people learn about us, learn about everything about black people, but black people run away from the things that other people really envy about us. One of them being our color. One is being our color, believe it or not. You wouldn't have so many tanning salons. Why do people want to get darker? Now it's the booty. They're getting the booties. We were born, bred, everything booty. I know the other lady, her name is Sarah, I believe, that was mistreated, and her organs were kept, sexual organs were kept for in a museum, and they finally buried her maybe a couple of years ago. Some of these girls need to look at that, because that particular woman has shaped sex. All these pictures that they have, little bitty waistlines and big butts, that's her. That's how she was shaped. And what did I bring that up for? Us knowing yourself, getting and asking people. Hopefully you'll ask some people, and don't believe everything you hear, and I don't believe everything I read, but at least I have a point to start from if I didn't know anything at all. But that's what gives you the power as a black person. How to handle things. How Obama probably would have thought different if he had a different respect for the poor blacks. If he had a different respect and thought differently, there's no way he would have been able to do what he did not do. There's no way. And that's the same for some of the blacks that, oh God, we want him to keep his job. People like that. Let it go. Don't start no trouble. Don't start no trouble. Those kind of people. I just want to take them and I hope I avoid everyone like that, hopefully. Please. Because that is the dumbest thing anybody could say about anything. That means that we're in really bad trouble as a people. And Dr. Atkins, I think it's Dr. Anderson that spoke on his show, and it was interesting because he told the truth. He just told it. If you want to hear somebody else's point of view about Obama, you need to listen to that. I'll have a whole lot of them on my timeline. I can't wait till he's out. And just don't remind me of what I was a part of, voting him in office. We need to listen more, And listen, just listen and look. You would have seen the jumping jacks. Every time I saw her on TV, it was jumping jacks and vegetables. I think she did a speech on racism in 6 years. In 6 years. But she basically, even out of the crying mothers of some of the loved ones that went through their transition horribly, really, there was nothing that we could create for those mothers. Can you be a little partial? Could we've had a little love? Could you be? Or would that be? Poor people don't deserve that either from other blacks. Because all blacks are poor to me. Because none of them had money. They don't have a lot of old money, black money. And the way that we're going is going to probably continue that way. We don't have that. We have just nothing, maybe new money. And then how long does that last before IRS gets it? So we have to learn ourselves and really love ourselves again, because everybody else is loving it. So why don't we love our color again? See more dark-skinned girls on this TV. I'm sorry, but She's Got Game is out of order with the game. He's just totally out of order, but he is the truth of what it is here in California. Dark-skinned girls really have it really hard. They always get light-skinned, long hair, light-skinned, long hair. All in Hollywood. When they get babies, they got to make a baby so that it can have light-skinned, long hair. So all of Hollywood, or the rich kids, are light-skinned, long hair. And that's the way it was when I was younger, too. We knew if we went over the real light-skinned people's house and they have a pool in the back, then they probably had a little money. When we were little, because my grandfather socialized with a whole lot of different people. And when we were little, and I can remember that. And the dark-skinned boy is not going to talk to me. He'll talk to my light-skinned girlfriend. Not even think about it. I don't even expect it. I remember this. So there was always a trouble among black people about their own color. Now, in Africa, my favorite film place of ever. But they're taking more cream and whitening up their skin. And then when I see the woolly hair and all of the fake hair on their head, and then when I've seen where they're trying to make them lose weight, they don't have the beautiful physique that they used to have. The more you try to get better sometime, make sure it's not to be better than who you are. You can't top that. And that's what made those films beautiful to me. The fact that I could look, I went to a school where most of those films, no blacks were doing anything. And if I had raised my voice, people already didn't like me. And I would tell them, I never want to see those people again. I've never learned and went through a learning institution and just didn't like none of them. I didn't like none of them. It was just, but I finished it. We try to make it better. We try to be better in Hollywood and in Africa with film. We're trying to get better. They have a lot of these young people that are new people, and not Jim Ike and all of them that I liked. But Jim Ike, he's got his baby is going to be light skinned. He's not going to have a dark skinned representation of himself. A lot of them, and he knew everybody's putting cream on their bodies. And you're already more beautiful than anybody white. If you put yourself up against a white person that has a whole lot of makeup on, and the booty and the ass, especially the bust and their booty, and then they're real skinny, like that is their light, that's beauty to them, the real thinness. And you look at it, girl, if you saw that up front, you would say there is no beauty in that. That's why they slipping in over here in Hollywood and they get all the booty, the ass. They get everything. Now, it's, believe it or not, in the wig stores and stuff where they sell that horse hair, it's all cornrows now. So the white girls can have cornrows, or, you know, yeah, that's what it's about. It's about us. Okay, so I just want us to get back to us and our ancestral worship instead of this Christian mess. It really, that's my greatest prayer, because it weakens the minds, and it's not the way it has your mind thinking, looking for something outside of yourself. That's the first damaging thing that it really does. And Jesus was not the Son of God. He was a teacher. He was a man just like everybody else. Only he knew how to use all of his powers, and he was good at it. So he was able to teach other people. Not that we have this other thing going on. I don't know what y'all Christians. I have forgotten. I did, because I was in that church, but I forgot. That's just how bad it is. So that's it. I enjoyed the march yesterday and wish I was there. Maybe I'll be at the next one. Hopefully not 20 years from now. Because how old would I be? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, wow. Let's not think about that. Take care. Have a good Sunday. I thought yesterday was Sunday. Didn't I say yesterday on my videos? Yes, Sunday. Okay. Well, here we go. Have a good day. Ashe.